Hello and welcome back to this week's WOW Report with What's On This Week, and I'm Madeline Zarkowski. It has been so hot recently, and a little known fact is that we've been doing this every Wednesday, and every Wednesday it is a scorcher out here. So our location today is perfect for that. Stay tuned to find out where we are and how you and your little ones can cool off for free. I'm here today with Michael Lenhart, Pottstown's Parks and Recreation Director. How are you doing today?
Oh, very well. And how about yourself?
I'm great. We have great weather out here. It is very warm. We've had very warm temperatures recently, so it's perfect for the Fountain of Youth Spray Park. Have you noticed a lot of people out here recently because it's been so warm?
Oh, most definitely. This is absolutely the #1 destination in Pottstown on a hot day during the summer. We see folks from all over the borough and from even outside in the greater Pottstown region that are familiar with the location here and just looking to get out with the family and get some relief from the heat.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a great place to cool off with your kids. And can you talk a little bit about the works behind this? How does it all work?
Certainly. Well, the facility was established in 2008, and that was with a grant from Pottstown Area Health and Wellness Foundation and, of course, borough funding, and put here in Memorial Park. What we have is water from the city system comes into our park system. There's a pump house behind me. We have a 2,000-gallon holding tank and a circulation pump that runs that water and treats it and balances it for pH and chlorine, with my crew checking up on that and backwashing throughout the day to ensure the water is clean and balanced and appropriate levels. And then we have a circulation pump for the features, so a secondary pump that also runs, and that provides power to the features you see firing behind us. The whole system is charged with CO2 that's delivered throughout the season, so it sort of gives the water that sparkle and pressure as it comes through the system.
Okay.
Makes it a good place to spend on a hot day.
Yeah, very interesting. I'm sure we all didn't know the works behind this. And what are the hours? When can we all come down and use the Fountain of Youth Spray Park?
Well, we operate daily throughout the summer, beginning Memorial Day weekend and wrapping up around Labor Day weekend, depending on weather and temperatures. And we run 7 days a week during that period from 10 a.m. till 7:30 p.m.
Well, that's great to know. It was great talking with you, and now that we all know when they're open, you have to come down and use it.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming out today.
Thank you. I'm here today with Dr. Stout, the new superintendent for O&J Roberts, and I know you just recently started, but what are your thoughts so far? How are you feeling?
Well, yeah, it's been a good transition so far. 2 weeks into the job, but really enjoying being back in my home community, having grown up just across town in Boyertown. So initially, I'm just having a lot of meetings with people that work in the school district and school board members, and trying to develop the best understanding I can about the district.
Well, that's great to hear. And like you said, you grew up in Boyertown. So what brought you back to this little section of Pennsylvania?
Sure. Well, you know, I left this area 26 years ago and moved to the Lancaster area to take my first job in education, and was there for a number of years. And for the past 4 years, lived in State College and worked for the State College area school district. So, but there's always been part of me that wanted to return back home, and to get this opportunity to come to the O&J Roberts school community and work as a superintendent for the district was just a great opportunity that I had to pursue. So, thrilled to be here, to be back home, so to speak, and to get the opportunity to work in a fantastic school district.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we're all happy to have you back. And how has the transition been from that one school district in State College back here in PA?
Yeah, the thing that's fortunate for me is, you know, having worked in the State College school district, and then previously I worked in the Hempfield school district, which is a large school district in Lancaster County. I've had the opportunity to work in some pretty good school districts, and, you know, in leadership roles as a high school principal, and then most recently as assistant superintendent. So it's been a good transition, but obviously it's a learning curve because I'm moving into a new role. You know,
Of course.
As the superintendent, you know, I work very closely with the school board, and, you know, overseeing the educational programs. But as I'm sure most people are most concerned about now is, you know, trying to lead the district post-pandemic or post-COVID, you know, trying to establish some new norms in our school system and try and get students and staff, you know, back to school as we know it. So that's going to be the biggest challenge, but I think we're certainly trending in the right direction.
Good, good.
You know, the numbers of COVID cases in Chester County are very low, so I know, you know, our plan, you know, here at Owen J. Roberts, and I believe in all the other Chester County school districts, is to get students back here in person for the fall.
Good. That's great to hear. A little bit of life back to normal. And I know it's hard to choose just one, but what are you most looking forward to being with Owen J. Roberts?
Yeah, I just think, you know, here at Owen J. Roberts, it's a school district that is very steeped in tradition, you know, both academically and then on the athletic side and the performing arts side. So what I'm most looking forward to is just getting involved in the community and becoming part of the community. So I'm just thrilled to be back, you know, close to home, and have an opportunity to be part of what I think is a very special community.
Yeah, that's great. I'm sure everyone is happy to have you here. It was great talking with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here today outside of Springford with Mr. Rizzo, the new superintendent of Springford. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good, good. And I know you were the acting superintendent before you were the superintendent, so are you excited for 4 more years with the district?
I am very excited. There's a lot of great things happening here. I'm glad to be part of it.
That's great, that's great. And what originally brought you to the Springford community?
So the Springford's a great district. You know, we did a lot of research before deciding whether we wanted to come this direction or not. We're from Western PA originally, but it's a great district with a lot of great people, a lot of great opportunities for my family, but for me in terms of my growth as well. Not missed a beat in terms of my kids learning. They've taken off. They've done great. The community's more amazing than I thought it was going to be. Just a lot of really, really good people here. So we're very excited to be here.
That's great. And what are you most looking forward to in this position? Are you excited to take on all of the responsibilities as superintendent?
Sure. So as acting superintendent, we filled a lot of those roles. I filled a lot of that role already. What I'm most excited about is as we kind of come through this pandemic and start planning for whatever's coming next, it's going to be great to sit down with the teachers, start to get back into the classroom, start to get out and see how our students are doing and learning and growing. And I'm pretty excited about what's going to happen as our next steps. We've already talked about what moving Springford forward is going to look like, and we're pretty excited to see where we go.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure your position was a struggle during the pandemic, but what are your big goals for Springford post-pandemic?
Making sure that our students are doing very, very well, making sure that we're getting back to what we know, and that's teaching kids and supporting kids and loving kids, and helping them move on for whatever's next. We're going to be looking at college and career readiness. We're going to be looking at social and emotional learning. We're going to be looking at just making sure that our students' needs are met in every facet that we can provide.
Well, that is so great to hear. It was great meeting you and talking with you today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching this week's WOW Report. And as always, if you have a story that you want featured, please reach out to me at madelinesarkoski@comcast.net. See you next week.